Who's ready for another awesome acrylic pour? Now this time my toddler will be doing this one. It will be like a Hulk Monster Energy green canvas. Who's ready to sit back and enjoy an awesome acrylic pour? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into Barley Studios. Now, who's ready for another awesome acrylic pour painting? Now, this is going to be a real-time video of me and my son just having fun in the studio crafting. Now, just be aware that my son is still a toddler and he does have fun painting, but he can get distracted at times. So, of course, throughout the process, just remember that my son is younger and that this is more so a tutorial for somebody who just has small kids or those out there who are just getting started in acrylic pouring. It's still just a very fun project overall, and there are some tips and tricks along the way that may help you in your acrylic pouring journey. Otherwise, guys, let's go ahead and get some green paints out and let's just have some fun. Alright, so as we jump into the painting here, we're going to go ahead and start off in real time, and then we'll start to jump into more time lapse as we get through this video. Now, this is a Deco Art Fluid Art Ready to Pour acrylic kit. Now, you can get these in a lot of different kind of color combinations and already designed color combinations. We have a range of colors here, everything from sky blue to like a neon green, very cool, like a deep turquoise, and then all sorts of different colors here. We're going to use these in complement with the existing glow and neon folk art paint that I already have. So I'll start to pour these into this color combination, and it will give it a slight neon and glow in the dark effect as we roll through this content video, and you'll see it at the very end. The first color we're going to use is this lime green. Open it up. There you go. All right, careful. And then squirt it in there. Not all of it, just a little bit of it. We're going to roll through the acrylic pouring into the cup here. Now, I'll have some fancy cups. I'm starting off from the very basics here. All right, do the dark color first. All right, switch to a dark color. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Switch to a dark color. We want this neon green to be on top. Switch to a dark color. What color is? Oh, that's like a teal green. Of course, one of the things you'll notice here, I'm going to try to save that neon green for the later stages of the acrylic pour so they're on the top. Keep going. You got to get a lot of it out. Ooh, look at that.
This is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's right. It's a gun.
Yeah, keep going. Yes, just squirting out a little bit at a time. You'll also notice that these containers are kind of harder for my son to squeeze, and he does make a comment about that in a few moments. All right. So you see I get a lot more paint in that cup. But we're going to have fun and do the best we can.
I'm going to do this one now.
Okay, switch up. Put this one down. And then go to the next one.
Oh, it's so black.
Yeah, that's a dark one.
It's not really a bin powder.
I don't know. Alright, go to the next one.
Oh, this one moves like chocolate.
Try the light blue. Try the light blue.
This one tastes like chocolate.
No, you don't taste it. It looks like chocolate.
No, it smells like chocolate.
I swear our kids say the darndest things sometimes. He thinks it smells and looks like a dark brown chocolate. That's like a baby blue. It's called sky blue, but...
Why do you call it that?
That's what it's called. How much is left in these? A lot.
This.
Alright, you want to pour that layer? Alright, you want to pour that one? Take your popsicle stick. Or you want to do a little bit more lime green? Mm-hmm. Okay, more lime green. Got it? Oh, okay. Pour some lime green in there. That's a great color. Gotta save some of that for later, right?
Why? So
just restating again, I wanted to make sure that we save a lot of that neon green for the upper portions of the pouring cup that we're using here. That way we can kind of get that bright color over the existing darker colors as we pour it onto the canvas.
All right, good. This is amazing.
Good.
My hands are dirty.
All right, what color you want to do next?
This one.
Okay, go back to that one. Pour it gently.
It's on high.
Keep going. You got a lot of paint to go.
Bye-bye, Queen. I love paint. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What? I made this one. I just made the one.
Good job. Keep going. You're doing great. Don't get it out of the cup, okay? Switch to another color. Switch to another color. Don't get it out of the cup. Switch to another color.
This is amazing.
It is. Don't close it. We gotta use all of it. Don't close them. Just got a lot left. We just want to make sure we save some of those. Okay, let me leave them up. Oh, here. If you haven't noticed already, my son does like to close the bottles as he pours them, which means he has to open them every single time, and he's struggling with that. So we're going to kind of keep those open if we can.
It's so hard to freeze.
It is.
Why?
I don't know. Did that help? My son is really struggling with these thicker walled plastic containers that the paint is in. I get that it's probably designed just to make sure it lasts and is durable when it's shipped in the packaging. However, I wish it was more of a tube type setup where it has like a taper tube at the top and it has a thinner outside plastic. But instead it has this very thick plastic. Do some neon green next.
Is that light green? It's white green?
There's neon. Put some neon green in there next. Here, let me do it. Let me do neon.
No, I want to do it.
Okay, here. Spread it out all around it. He really is doing a great job here, just having fun pouring the paint into the pour cup. And I'm just teaching him to take his time with his art here. That's good. That's good. I don't want to use all of it at one time. All right, let's go. No, let's do another color.
Hey.
Well,
like this one. Like this one.
Let's do a dark one again.
What the?
Let's do a dark one. Let's do this one again.
Why?
I don't know, because it's like a dark over a light blue, light green color.
But this one tastes like chocolate.
After this one, do light blue, sky blue again.
Don't
move those. Do sky blue again. Do this one again. Stop closing them.
Why? It didn't fall.
There you go. That's what it's supposed to be.
It didn't fall down.
Okay, give it another. All right, give it another lime green layer, and then we'll pour the rest of it in the last cup, and then we'll do it again. Here, pour a little bit more of this.
I will flip this over. And why is it supposed to be like this?
It helps to spread it out a little bit.
I want it to their mouth. Is it in high?
Okay, all right. So look, I'm gonna put this right here. Hold on. He is right. It's starting to get pretty full here.
I think we can stop because it's too high.
Okay, all right.
It's too
Go ahead and take it. Take it in one hand, two hands. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna pour it inside. Inside here, pour a little bit. Go to the next one, pour a little bit, and then pour a little bit in each one. Okay, stop. Pour it in the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe. He's doing an amazing job. Good. Pour in these two over here. Three over here. In those. Keep going. Make sure you go in the hole. Before you get over there. Go slow. Pour it slow. We're just going to take our time here and let this cascade across the canvas as it wants to as we pour the next cup. All gone out of the cup?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do it again. So we'll let that sit there like that for a minute, and then we'll do this again.
It did.
Yeah, we want to make sure some of that lime green gets on this side too, okay? Because that lime green color right there is awesome. We want to make sure it gets over here. Good job. All right, do the dark greens again. That's good. Dark greens again.
Dad, this time we'll do it together.
Looking at the canvas here and these colors, which kind of green do you like the most? Is it the kind of turquoise, the light blue, or maybe the neon green? Let us know in the description below. What green is your favorite green? Nice.
It's on the board way though. I down.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is amazing.
It is, isn't it? You like it?
Mhm.
I think it's looking pretty cool, right?
Mhm. What is that? Actually.
It's called an acrylic pour. All right, let's get this other teal, this dark teal right here. This is the darkest color, right?
I'm gonna do this one now.
Just a little bit. Don't overdo it. I want to save a lot of that lime green color. That lime green color is amazing. All right, let me switch it up to the lime green again. And then we'll pour it, and then we'll do this one more time. Here. Ooh, let's,
And do you have a towel for me to wipe that off?
no.
Oh.
Okay, hey, go ahead and pour that in.
What?
Pour this in there. Or do you want to pour the rest of this in there? There's a little bit more.
I want to put the
Hold on.
rest of this in.
Okay, go ahead. There's not much in there. Hey, let's leave it, let's let it drain upside down. How about this? We'll close the top, and we'll let it drain upside down, and let the rest of it drain out. Basically, we're just kind of scrimping the bottom of the containers to save all the paint we can.
Green? Why?
So it can drain out. No more of that. Here.
There's no more?
No more of it. Don't use any more. Here. My son would be completely happy taking all the glow and the neon paint that I have in all my containers and just pouring it into the cup. But of course, we want to kind of hold back and make sure that the acrylics that we're using in this pouring set kind of like shine through. And it's just not all glows and neons. All right, that one's going to drain down. Okay.
This one don't drain down like that?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's pour it.
Hold on.
I'm gonna pour it
That's
now.
the blue, and that's it. And then we'll just let the rest of it drain out.
Oh, it's green. It's white, green, and blue. Like that?
It is.
Cause they put white, green in it. I think that's too high.
All right. Go ahead and gently pour it into each cup, one at a time. Take your time. Take your time. Don't make sure it goes in the hole. Make sure it goes in the hole. There you go. Take your time. You're pouring too much. Take your time. There you go. Pour a lot right there. Oh, the lime green. Bring the lime green down here. Pour it all out. Make sure it all gets out of there. Is all of it out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's dizzy.
Let's let it drain. We're going to let it drain down like that for a second. Is there anything left in these? Yeah, there's some. Here, pop the cap. We're just going to let this drizzle in like this. Let's see, there's still some in there.
Some more of this.
If there's still more in there, yeah. All right, you guys, so this is the point where I'm going to kind of jump into almost 99% voiceover here. And me and my son are just kind of like just the bantering back and forth, just enjoying the process. And sometimes just like I just don't want to include all that choppy conversation into the content here. But it is definitely an enjoyable process. My son has to kind of almost sit off to the side at this point because we're going to go ahead and start moving the paint across the canvas. And usually I have to do that just because he's still a toddler and he's still learning. My daughter is almost at the point where she'll be ready to do this here soon. But what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove these plastic pieces from the center of the canvas. Now, I did not do that for my daughter's painting, and actually it suffered a little bit of streaking because I did not remove these plastic pattern pieces. So just remember, when you do yours, I highly recommend you remove them before you start to kind of shift the acrylic pour across the canvas in different directions. We will also be painting the sides of the canvas with existing drips off of the canvas, so we will make sure that the sides of the canvas also have that existing beautiful green coloring. I have yet to decide if I'm going to come back and actually paint a painting over this. I do believe that I will. So some of this acrylic pouring set will get kind of covered up. I believe, and don't hold me to it, guys, but I do believe that this one is going to be a rhino. I gave both my kids the options whether they'd like to sell these paintings and collect that cash to use on vacation for like a little extra spending money, or if they would like to keep them. And they decided to sell them originally, but then they kind of changed their tune and they wanted to keep them. So because they are keeping them, I'm not going to varnish them right away. I am going to go ahead and hold on to them for a little bit. We'll display them inside our house, and then what I'll do is I'll come back and paint over these with some cool animal designs, and then we will do a varnishing video. So you'll see these appear later on in my timeline on the channel, but right now, again, back to this content, we are just kind of moving the acrylic pour across the canvas. Now, I'm not truly letting it fall over the edges in every corner. You'll notice this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it streak down in particular areas, and then whatever runs off of those drips, that's what I'll paint the sides with real quick with this silicone tool. And I'll just use that existing paint to paint the sides, and then that way, if by chance something doesn't drip over the edge in a particular way that I want, I don't have white canvas showing through. Now, if you're going for that white canvas side look, you can definitely do that, and that's cool. I'm down for that. But I'm just not going for that for these canvases here. So I'm going to go ahead and take my silicone tip tool here, and I'm going to go ahead and just fan brush this up onto the sides, and that's just the drips off of the side of the canvas that I've already let run over there. It's actually just a really therapeutic and easy process because the paint pouring is so liquidy. It's not going to dry up on you. You can just really just take your time, and you could even let the kids completely do all of this process as long as you're just willing to let them just do their thing and get really truly messy. But I'm trying to just go ahead and expedite this. That way my son can finish up and then just do some other things in the house. His attention span is not really there yet for some stuff like this, but he still enjoys just some of the aspects of this type of painting. I'm going to bring some of that down because it did not drip over the lower edge the way I am kind of letting it run over now. So I need to make sure that I'm able to get some runoff to paint the sides there. And we're just going to go ahead and let that drip over there. It does start to drip a little bit slower the longer you let it set, so just be aware of that. You'll also notice that I did not get the streaking in the very middle of the canvas as I did with my daughters, and if you haven't seen that video, you can definitely go back and see that, and you can see where we kind of made a mistake and left those plastic pieces on while I was kind of like dripping it back and forth across the canvas there. It's not necessarily a bad thing, it just gave us a different kind of look to it. And my son is over there kind of playing with a popsicle stick in the lower left-hand corner, as you can see. And we're just chatting and just having a good old time. I'm asking him which color of green he likes the most and what animal that he would like to have painted on it or paint in the future. And we have a Batman painting that we still have yet to finish. So sometimes we just get so caught up just making more and more and more projects. I guess that's the story life of an artist, right? We always have more projects than we have time. And it's just pretty cool to spend the time with him in the studio and just have fun. But we will have to go back in time and finish up that Batman painting here in the near future. Using a little bit of that dripping, and we're going to go and paint the corners a little bit. I don't do it as much as I did on the previous one with my daughter, but we're going to go ahead and let this roll over to the sides here. My phone died here. Sorry about a little loss in clip on the lower left-hand coverage there. But as we're going to go ahead and cascade this to the lower right-hand corner, and then we'll immediately cascade it to the upper right-hand corner, and then we'll let it settle. As you can see, it's going to roll over the edge here, and you'll see it's kind of drip over. Such an easy process, and it's actually really enjoyable. Here you can see it's rolling over there. Got that full side painted out there, and it's dripping over the edge. Look how much drippage it has over the edge. Now I do have to come back in maybe like an hour or so, and I'll kind of like wipe away some of those drips because I don't want them dripping excessively, and have them having those sticking out of the back or off the back of the canvas. So we'll kind of wipe those away. But as long as you're not like tampering with the outside edge of the canvas, then it should be fine. Just don't smear the outside edge of the canvas because you're trying to get rid of those drips. Same as I did before, I go ahead and use the existing bottles that we had originally painted with, and I put those under the canvas just to kind of get it raised up off of the actual paper that we're painting on here. And then we're going to go into some glamour shots, you guys. Now in this, I did go ahead and paint a existing just panel board. It's a small panel board with some of the drippings from the canvas there. Instead of wasting that paint, I used it. Here's also a side view of the canvas drip. Now, I'm not going to lie, guys. I love my daughter's painting. I love the pink and the reds, but this green speaks to me, man. It speaks to my soul. It speaks to me in so many ways. I love the vibrancy. Now, I did include also some neons into this, so you'll also be able to see those in just a second here. Look at the lime green, you guys. Look how great that is. Looks so absolutely awesome. Just moving the camera across the surface there, and as you can see, here's an aerial view of the actual canvas here, just kind of cascading across the surface there. You really see a lot of those teals and a lot of that darker green kind of shining through. And of course, we made sure that sky blue and that neon green really surfaced to the top during the pouring process. Here it is under a UV glow light, and it is pretty cool. Now some of that might get covered up when we do paint a subject on it, but otherwise it has been a blast creating this neon green painting with my son. Make sure you like and subscribe. He did a great job. How awesome did this painting turn out, you guys? This thing is beyond my expectations, and it turned out amazing. The great turquoise as well as the light blues, sky blue, the neon greens, the glows, and the neon folk art paint really created an amazing acrylic pour painting. Now, it almost saddens me to go over this eventually with a subject and having this as the background. Now, depending on how things go, we may make another one of these in the near future, so we'll just kind of see how it goes. I do believe this is leaning towards a rhino. Now, I will keep that as a green theme to match this awesome background, so just remember in the future you may see this acrylic pour resurface on my YouTube channel as maybe like a green rhino abstract splatter painting or something like that. So otherwise, guys, I hope you enjoyed this fun laid-back tutorial between me and my son painting and acrylic pouring this awesome painting. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next awesome painting.